Yeah, but please answer me a question. What would be your definition of globalism?
In practice or in concept?
Both.
In concept, I think it's just the spreading of ideals and like creating not a national, but a global unity, and like the sharing of ideals and culture. But then in concept, I think it turns more into imperialism and greed.
I think that's a very good definition. How do you see it? So, in the context of that, how do you see the big players right now? Because if we're going to put it in, the globalists against the nationalists, we're fighting the globalist movement.
Yeah.
Do you see that playing out also? How do you see that?
What it comes down to is, I think, vested interest, and people that are globalists are going to be, I think, more, at least in America, people that are identifying as globalist and taking up that mindset are going to be more invested in helping the lives of people that we don't even know, where nationalists care more about America first. And I think both sides have merit, but it's interesting because it's a debate for a reason, because there's no side that you can point to and easily say this is right.
Yeah, indeed. Where do you think, if you were in charge right now, what would you do?
I would err towards globalism personally.
Really?
Yeah.
I think as you find more and go into more of your studies and look into it, it has never worked out good for the regular guy, us,
Yeah.
the people, when governments become more centralized. It has never, ever worked out when you remove the ability for individuals to judge for themselves what is best for them by someone that's so far away from them. It's never worked out.
Yeah.
And I see that as you set up. It naturally trends to authoritarianism. We know that. That's why the founding fathers put checks and balances in our system of government to stop any one branch from becoming centralized. It is the smaller you get down to, I would like to see get down to the point where we can use we don't need politicians at all.
Yeah.
We can interact like this, go to our zip code, go, what's happening in the hood today? And go, hey, some guy's proposing a park down the street, that empty lot. That's a good idea. I'm a contractor. I'm going to put in a bid, all open source.
Yeah.
So we have direct contact with, bypassing anybody that represents us. We can represent ourselves. I think the technology that's happening is racing us in that direction, because we're already changing the way things operate by our comments online, signing petitions, forming coalitions, movements. We're even having revolutions online.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't we just take it to the nth degree? Why don't we just write our own legislation, cut out ourselves, and vote on ourselves, cut out these guys that say they represent us, but never do. So that is the ultimate individuality.
Yeah.
And the ultimate direct democracy. And how many more people would then be involved if you knew you had direct influence on whatever was going to be said? And if you got up there and said something stupid, your neighbors would go, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And it would get smacked down. So the best ideas would rise to the top, as opposed to government, what we have right now, because most people in government get in there because they suck at their jobs. They can't do anything else. So indeed, if we just, modified it all down, we could go ahead and put those people to work, probably doing something, productive, like sweeping the streets. So I don't know, this is a vision, or I think I see a trend going that direction. We do not want to go to centralization. Having because what they want to do, because when the automation takes over, because our professor I talked about here a couple of 3 weeks ago, economics professor, we brought up the economic impact, put 50% of us out of work in the next 10 years because of AI.
Okay.
And he had no answer. I do. They're going to kill us.
Yeah.
unless we break down the centralization. Because the only reason the elites needed us this long anyway is because they needed slave labor.
Okay.
They don't need slave labor anymore. They don't need a bunch of kids walking around thinking for themselves. Hell, that's trouble. So they're going to say, okay, centralization, you can't take care of yourself. I know you got thrown out of your job, your AI intelligence. Just come on into this nice FEMA camp. Oh, here, take the shot before you walk in, and you will never check out. It will be the Roach Motel. So it is going to be mass genocide. This is the plan for the globalists that you say you want to go ahead and champion. Which tells me that you want to go ahead, just put the bullet in the chamber, go, boom!
Do you think, though, that if we go towards a direct democracy and if we go towards decentralization, won't it create a geographical divide inside our country because there's so many different
No,
social
because we'll
ideals?
be online talking to each other. You'll, for once in your life, you'll be talking to your neighbor going, what do you mean that was a stupid idea? Yeah, because look, this, and this. So we hash it out like we're doing now. We're talking like we're talking on the internet now. We're getting into different things. We can get on different social networks. But if you do it in your own neighborhood, you're getting to know the people. You get to know, well, who's the gardener in the, in the neighborhood? Oh yeah, let's have a public garden down here. Let's communicate. Who goes out and knocks on their neighbors' doors anymore? Here's a banana cake. Welcome to the neighborhood. When was the last time that happened?
Well, we do it.
God bless you. That's because you come from the generation that came from doing that, and probably people still in the country do that. But for the most part, we've become so, and this is another part of the social engineering that they want to do, is trap us in so much into the technology we cannot unplug ourselves. The true elites, the elites of the globalists that you want to have, the elites are raising their children, not allowing them to use iPads. They're raising them like the Amish, teaching them how to live without electricity.
Okay.
I mean, this stuff is real. They have compounds they're building, waiting for the collapse, because they know when we go out of, when it catches up with us, because it's all does this, man. Why won't they allow the free energy technology to explode? That's one of the things he said in his inaugural address. He said, I am going to unleash the held back hidden technologies.
Yeah.
Free energy suppression. Energy is everything. All they have to do is do this. Turn off the switch. So the globalists, you want to go ahead and go, yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on. Yeah, have a seat. Have a seat. Can I serve you? Those people want to cut your throat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing what you do.
Well, God bless you. Did I give you a get out of jail free card?
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good day.
Have a good one.